Alright, and welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. I just gave an update on the jacaranda, so I figured it'd be update day. This is an update on this tree from about 5 weeks ago. I'll put a link to the old video in the description. But I was trying to wait for it to be in peak bloom, and then I was gonna give the update, and it was pretty much in its peak bloom. And then Hurricane Elsa hit, and it didn't really hit us, thank goodness. But it came through. We got about 16 hours of straight rain, and it actually just kind of beat the crap out of most of the blooms and knocked most of them off. Actually, sometimes I find on these crepes it gets hard to tell what new bloom, the difference between the new blooms and the seed pods are, but I don't want it putting any of the tree's energy into making seed pods. Plus, just like the jacaranda, it's kind of gotten to where I have to water it like twice a day because it just really gets all limp if I don't. So, I'll go ahead and take off all the blooms, seed pods, trim it back quite a bit. Even cutting it back a little bit harder than I did before. You know, it's one of the most interesting things about this tree is its little sister tree out front hasn't bloomed yet. It actually just now started growing. And of course the difference there is I don't water that tree because it's in the yard, it's in the ground. I try not to water my plants in the ground. Just, it's enough work watering all my plants in their pots. But the airplane is doing well. Got some little blooms on there. I talked about how some people say you should remove airplanes from bonsai, but according to the comments on the last video I made, I should keep it, so I'll keep it. Alright, a little bit of a impromptu video here. I was actually out in the yard pulling some weeds, and I was pulling on the weeds around Crepe Myrtle bush, which is actually the sister to my other bonsai, but it's in the ground out there. And I realized as I was pulling on the little suckers that come out of it, that it was kind of loose in its own little stump. And I just kind of grabbed a shovel and got it out of there real quick. I had a rain tree cutting going in here that died. So it's kind of fresh. It's like a little bit of a mixture of bonsai soil and a little bit of Miracle Grow cactus soil. But I'm just going to pop it in there, see what happens. Or suckers like this don't really make good bonsai, but I like ugly stumps. And if I can just get a clump of it to grow like that, maybe I can do something with it, maybe not. So I'll just use this soil that was in here. Actually, I'm going to take that out of the bottom. It's a little muddy. Or actually, I use that in the bottom just to keep all the other stuff from falling out. And try to plan on leaving it in here for 1 or 2 years. Kind of if it lives, it'll be a good controllable growing situation for me. And if it makes it, it makes it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And this is the little sucker that I potted up from the other plant that's out front. And it's got some life going on there. And I think it's going to make it. It's going to have an ugly stump, but I am one of those people that enjoys the ugly stumps. So I think it'll make it. Should look pretty good.